any comments that you would like to roll back or an ex that you would like to take back? Jacqueline Schultz here, back on the red carpet of America's Got Talent. Tonight was an incredible show. We're going to be talking to everyone, the acts, the judges, and Terry Crews. Is there any comments that you would like to roll back or an ex that you would like to take back?
You know, I don't know if I heard those notes. I heard the notes that he was hitting, and I didn't recognize any of them. So I just, you know, it's kind of funny on Twitter. I'm also following people saying that they think the problem was the microphone. When you're not in key, I don't know. I'm not a sound engineer. You know, if you can't hear them, that could be the microphone. If there's feedback, that could be the microphone. If you don't hit any note that anybody has ever heard, too bad you have a microphone.
Now, I want to ask you, because this is my opinion, and this is not in my questions, but do you have dislike, or are you a little bit harder on kids groups because of all the recitals that you had to go to for me and your kids?
It's your fault.
I want to talk about a lot of the pushback that you got, not just from Acapop kids last time, but now this time with Travis Japan. Okay. I heard that your Twitter's going.
My entire Twitter feed, there isn't one English word on it. It's all in Japanese. So I assume it's the country just complimenting me, saying, "You're right, Howie. You know what you're talking about." The fact that I can't read a word, I know it's like hate, but the fact that I don't understand the word, in my mind, it's love. Tons and tons of love.
Who's your pick going forward? Do you think that we have a new potential winner after seeing tonight?
Listen, if it was up to me, I would say yes. I think if it's up to America, I still think it's going to be a country off between Drake and Chapel Hart.
Last week, we talked about, or we revealed on Talent Recap, that on our podcast, we were going to have Sofia and we were going to have Simon. Now, Sofia's already out, so people could watch it, but Simon is coming out soon. Are there any teasers that you want to give for Simon's first ever podcast that he did?
I don't think he even knew what a podcast was, and he didn't. He said he's never been on a podcast. He sat down, he didn't know we were recording, and he said, "What is this?" And then it takes off from there. And people have been talking to me from some of the other outlets about Sofia and her issues with Heidi behind the scenes in case of an emergency. But you got to watch Howie Mandel Does Stuff to figure out what that is.
I heard already that Howie's Twitter is going crazy, and they think that he's the worst person for saying what he said to you. So you have a ton of support from your fans.
Thank you so much, but unfortunately, so that's Howie is the best person because he's really honest. His honest is the best for us because we can fix something and then we can improve. If nobody say oh no or nobody said anything bad, our improving will be stopped.
So you guys already moved to America, right? So how has it been since moving?
We are living together now. In one house with...
No way.
Yes, that's true. That's true. That's true. And we need to... If we get the $1 million, we want to move. And yeah.
Do you guys fight all the time?
Yes.
Because
Yes.
All right.
We want to increase the number of the bedroom and bathroom.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that you guys don't break up the group, you want a bigger house with more bedrooms.
Yeah.
We never broke up. Yeah.
Just now there is the 2 bathrooms.
Yeah.
It's not enough.
That's undoable. You need a bigger house. You are the first wild card to be brought back, and not just any wild card. You're like America's wild card, which means so much more, I think. How does that feel to you?
It feels wonderful. Like to be able to like go up, because the other acts were fantastic.
Right.
So to be able to be like America's vote really like touched my heart. Some would say I cried, and I'm like, liars. So
No.
Yeah, what honestly happened when I found out I was America's wild card, I was drinking water. The water fell. Somehow it only hit my eye sockets, and then it fell down from there. And then they're like, "You're crying," and I'm like, "I don't cry."
All right. So who's your comedy idol?
Comedy idol, I'd say if I take comedy as a whole, like everything comedy, that's stand-up, that's interviews, that's just talking, that's movies, everything, it's a tie for me, Eddie Murphy, Robin Williams.
How is it different being at home on TikTok and like making a smoothie or coffee and singing rather than being on this stage?
Well, it's very different. Like one, I'm in my kitchen, with my cat, just like chilling, and then here I'm in leather and like on stage, and it's just crazy. I'm like, it's totally different, but it's such an amazing experience.
Do you think you have a leg up on the competition at all with all your followers on TikTok?
I don't know. That's up to America. I don't know.
Or it's up to your followers. You could say something to them too.
Hey, everybody. Oh, go vote.